The early civilization's history is packed with big events and secrets that make many people curious. People often wonder how humans could develop so quickly compared to other species that lived on our planet before. Ancient cultures tried to explain the creation of the world and humans' unique ability to create through their religions. We might find the answer in writings from the earliest organized civilization known in history, the Sumerians. Around 4500 BC, the Sumerian civilization started in Mesopotamia. They built big cities over time and invented the first writing system, called cuneiform, which they wrote on clay tablets. In 1849, archaeologists in Iraq found 14 of these clay tablets with Sumerian writing. These tablets told an amazing story about gods called the Anunnaki. The Sumerians wrote about a distant planet in our solar system named Nibiru. This planet comes close to Earth every 3,600 years. Nibiru was where the Anunnaki lived. But they had problems because their planet's climate and atmosphere were changing too fast. This made growing food hard, and they needed to survive. They used high-level technology, alchemy, and magic to fix this. They needed a lot of gold because it can clean things and protect against space radiation. But Nibiru didn't have much gold. So, the Anunnaki used their technology to go to space and look for gold. After a long search, they came to Earth about 445,000 years ago. They were the first to travel through space and settle on another planet. The Anunnaki lived in Mesopotamia and built a beautiful city called Eridu. They made a garden there with many fruit trees and animals, called Eden, which was the favorite place of these space-traveling gods. Soon, they started mining gold underground. They brought slaves from another alien race, the Igigi, to do the hard work. But after years of hard labor, the Igigi fought against the Anunnaki, leading to Earth's first war. The Igigi lost and were wiped out. Needing new workers, the Anunnaki decided to create a smart but harmless new race. They mixed their DNA with human ancestors, creating a controlled hybrid race. This mix at first created strange beings like giant Nephilim, strong but not smart or controlled. The first successful human from this mix was called Adamu. The Anunnaki were much taller and stronger than humans. And their weapons were strong enough to prevent any rebellion. As time went by, humans learned to speak and took lessons from the Anunnaki on farming and building with clay and stone. The Anunnaki grew fond of humans and let them live in their city of Eridu and the Eden Garden, but told them not to have too many children. Despite this, humans had many children, causing overcrowding. Many were forced to leave Eden and Eridu and live in the wild. Millennia later, Nibiru came close to Earth again, causing big changes. The temperature rose. Glaciers melted. Sea levels went up. And there was a lot of rain. A huge flood happened, and Eridu was lost. The Anunnaki made big boats to save themselves and float until the water level went down. It's unclear if these boats were on the water or flying ships. After Eridu was destroyed, the Anunnaki planned to go back to Nibiru. But first, they shared knowledge of building, math, music, and writing with humans. They taught them how to set up a kingdom where certain leaders with pure Anunnaki blood could rule others. They also asked for temples called ziggurats to be built, aligned with stars, to help guide them back to Earth someday. The Sumerian writings don't say how many Anunnaki there were, but they mention some important ones. The top god in Sumerian mythology was an Anu. Anu represented heaven and was very wise. He was the oldest and most respected god, with places of worship in many Sumerian cities. The goddess Ki, representing Earth, was Anu's wife. Their union created the Anunnaki, meaning children of heaven and earth. The first of them was Enlil, god of the air and storms, who kept heaven and earth apart. Enki was the powerful god of the seas and rivers and was important in Eridu. His worship spread to other cultures too. The moon was ruled by Nana, a god of wisdom and curiosity who taught humans about science and the stars. The sun god Utu stood for justice, truth, and morality. He rode across the heavens in a special chariot, shining brightly. Utu's twin sister, the goddess Inanna, was in charge of fertility, war, and power. She was known as the Heavenly Queen and was very important in Mesopotamia. Later cultures like the Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians worshipped her as Ishtar. Many Mesopotamian cultures share the worship of the Anunnaki, adding new stories and gods over time but always keeping the core ideas. The Sumerian stories about the Anunnaki are filled with advanced scientific and astronomical ideas, way ahead of their time. These stories remain one of humanity's biggest mysteries. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient mysteries of the Sumerians and the Anunnaki, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories and insights. Your support helps us bring more amazing content to you.